Welcome to Illuminati Silver. We tell you the truth about silver. Today is Sunday the 3rd of April 2022 and we're publishing our gold and silver weekly update for the week ending the 1st of April. Now gold fell $34 last week, falling from $1,959 to $1,925. Having hit a high of $1,959, in other words its opening was its high, and a low of 1,891, a fall of 1.7%. In sterling terms, gold finished the week at £1,468, that's down £17, and in euros it closed at €1,743, that's down €40. Silver performed even less well. We saw silver fall 91 cents, moving from 25.56 to 24.65, having hit a high of 25.62 and a low of $24, a fall of 3.6%, more than double that in percentage terms of gold. In sterling terms, silver closed at £18.81, down 56 pence, and in euros it closed at €22.32, that's down almost a euro, but it's actually 0.94 of a euro. The gold to silver ratio, of course, then rose as a result of this from 76.6 to 1 to 78 to 1. Bitcoin is up some $2,003 and as of publication today stands at $46,382. Now the Dow Jones closed on Friday at 34,818, up 139 points on the day, but down 43 points on the week. The S&P 500 closed at 4,545. That's up 15 points on the day, but just up 2 points on the week. And the Nasdaq Composite closed at 14,261, up 41 points on the day, and up 92 points on the week. So the Nasdaq performed best. Looking at oils, thankfully prices are coming down. We have Brent crude closing at $104.39. That's down a significant $16.26, still vastly too high, but there we go. And WTI crude closed at $99.27, and that's down $14.63 on the week. And the dollar index now stands at 98.63, down just 0.15 on the week. Now we concluded last week's video with the following forecast. We see gold trading between 1925 and 2025, with 1875 to 2100 as outliers, and we see silver trading between $25 and $26.25 and $24.50 and $27.50 as outliers. We were expecting a reasonable spread last week because the plethora as we say, of economic data coming out of the United States. Now gold actually closed at the bottom of our normal trading range, and apart from its fall on Tuesday, remained within our normal trading band, but even on Tuesday was well within our outlier range. Silver actually operated within our normal and outlier range for the week, but did drop for a few hours below our predicted low when it actually fell to $24, and we were predicting a low of $24.50. However, it closed again within our normal range. Now the difference between gold's high and low was $68 compared with $55 the previous week, and silver's difference between high and low was $1.62, some roughly 50 cents more than usual on a relatively stable week. Now we have to confess that whilst gold and silver operated within our trading ranges, we did expect to see a little more strength coming from silver. The economy is picking up, and the threat of Russia and Ukraine, although not worsening, was also not dramatically improving either, though there were talks earlier in the week, which is what caused the fall, because there was some belief that there might have been a breakthrough on Tuesday. Most financials earlier in the week were broadly in line with expectations, though the initial jobless claims did rise, while continuing jobless claims continued to fall. The PCE price index for February was higher than January at 0.6%, compared with 0.5%, but the year-on-year index, although up at 5.4%, was actually in line with expectations. Now, the non-farm payrolls announced on Friday were a little disappointing, at 431,000 new jobs for March, as expectations were running at 490,000, though the unemployment rate was lower than anticipated, and there were mixed results on manufacturing PMIs. Now, we stated in last week's report that unless figures were dramatically askew, and bearing in mind the FOMC will not now meet until May, we did not expect this data to particularly affect gold and silver prices. However, April's data, in other words the data that we're going to get later this month, may, as they will be more time relevant. That said, as it stands, the jobs data, though disappointing compared to expectations, is still strong and will likely continue to influence the Fed to be aggressive on interest rate rises. Now, if we take a quick look at this coming week, which is pretty boring to be frank. On Monday we have factory orders for February. On Tuesday, perhaps the most noteworthy day really, we have the market services final PMIs for March and the ISM services index for March. On Wednesday we have the FOMC minutes, though we're not really expecting anything exceptional. Thursday, weekly jobless claims and consumer credit for February, and then on Friday the wholesale inventory revision for February. So not much really to whet the appetite. Most attention will undoubtedly continue on Russia and Ukraine. Plus, of course, any further restrictions on global trade and energy prices this incursion is causing. Now, going back to gold and silver, how do they look technically? Well, we have short-term resistance near $1,935 and support at the 50-day moving average of 1898. The MACD is pointing to lower prices. For silver, we have resistance at the 10-day moving average of $25.02 and support at the 50-day moving average of $24.04. In other words, $25 and $24 respectively. The MACD suggests an upward potential in prices. Now, unless something happens on the Russia-Ukraine front, we are anticipating a rather lackluster week for prices. So, with that in mind, we expect to see gold trading between $1,875 and $1,975, with $1,850 to $2,000 as outliers, though we're probably expecting gold prices to be closer to the lower end of the range rather than the upper. We see silver trading between $24 and $25.25 and $23.65 to $25.55 as outliers. What do you think? Do share your thoughts. Meanwhile, thank you so much for listening. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to our channel, not forgetting to press the bell sign so you're notified of our videos as and when they're published. Our apologies for the lateness of today's video or this weekend's video. We normally publish it on Saturday, but unfortunately we were called away yesterday, which prevented us from doing so. Finally, we wish you a safe, enjoyable weekend, and as always, a prosperous week ahead. Illuminati silver owners come from a background of banking, international wealth management and economics. Having now retired from these worlds, we are not qualified to give investment advice. Therefore, this and other productions must not be deemed to be giving such advice and merely represent the personal views of its owners.